everybody, Adam from LS2 Helmets. I want to show you today how to remove the cheek pads and liner on your LS2 Horizon helmet. First thing I want to do, I like to go ahead and get this chin bar open all the way to the back. It gives us easy access to the cheek pads and the top liner. I also have a nice little donut here. It's something I set the helmet on so it's not going to roll around or get scratched when I set it on the top. So first thing I want to do, let's go ahead and remove these cheek pads. They're going to be held in by pins into the liner on the helmet. Once I've got the pins removed from the liner on the inside, I go ahead and thread my chin strap through and get that out of the way. And now I can give better access to these sides here. Once I've got the cheek pad fully removed from the side, go ahead and just pull on the back here, and that's going to pull that plastic piece out of the side of the helmet. This plastic piece is held in between the trim ring and the EPS liner on the inside. Once I've got the first cheek pad removed, I go ahead and move on to the other side. So let's go ahead and pull these pins out of the liner here on the other side here. And I can go ahead and thread my chin strap through like I did on the others. And once I've got the pin pulled through, and we got one more here, now I can move to the back and just pull on that plastic piece here, and that's going to pull right out. And again, that's held in between the trim ring and the EPS liner here on the inside. Once I've got the cheek pads removed, I can move on to the top liner. Let's start here in the back. Just go ahead and pull that. Pull that plastic out of the back there. And now you can see the EPS liner here and the trim ring. That's what's holding in this plastic piece here in the back. Once I've got that out of the way of the chin straps, I can move on to the top trim plastic piece here and go ahead and start on one side. Go ahead and kind of pull that out. Go ahead and pull that trim piece off. Nice tight fit with these tabs here. Do the same thing all the way through. And that top liner will pull right out. And you can see it's held in. You've got these points here, and that lip right here along the edge is going to hold on to the tabs that are built into the trim on the top liner. So now you can have full view of the top inside liner here. And so now you can see you have a full view of the inside EPS on your helmet. So if you have to do any inspections, you can take a look at everything once it's fully removed. To reinstall the top liner, let's start with the top trim piece here. We're going to line up these little holes here with the pegs on the liner here itself. So let's start with the top liner here. We're going to start one edge and move on to the next. And we want to make sure we get these little tabs lined up underneath of the trim piece here. And those will kind of snap into place. Do the same thing all the way along. Like so. Once you get those kind of locked into place, just kind of press it home, make sure everything's lined up here, and everything looks good on my end. So now once we've done that, let's go ahead and grab our chin straps, get those here out of the way, and we can line up the back here and reinstall the plastic piece underneath the trim ring and between the EPS liner. We've got that plastic reinstalled here. Once we've got that plastic fully reinstalled, now I can move on to the cheek pads. Doesn't matter which side you start with. First thing we want to do, get that chin strap fed through, and we can get this plastic reinstalled. I start with the back first, get it pushed in there, and just kind of work your way forward, and get that plastic piece in between the trim piece on the bottom of the helmet and the EPS liner. You can use your fingers to kind of seat it home. Once we've got that reinstalled, make sure everything's kind of seated as far in as it can go. Now we can move on to the pins on the cheek pad and the liner here. get those lined up with the holes and just give those a good push. Do the same thing along the top, like so, and do the last one here in the back. Just like that, and get that ear flap tucked in to the top liner. Now we can go on to the other side, do the same thing. Get that chin strap fed through the hole in the cheek pad. So once I've got that fed through, I can go ahead and line up my plastic piece here with the trim ring and the EPS. I start in the back and get that everything lined up. Use my fingers here to kind of push everything into the proper position, like so. Once I've got it lined up here, I can go ahead and press the pins home to the holes here on the liner, like so. You'll hear it snap into place. Do the same thing here on the top. Same thing here on the top, get that snapped in, and we'll move on to the back. All right, got mine reinstalled. I kind of give everything a little move here, just to make sure nothing's gonna pop out of position. Everything looks good. I got my chin straps fed through, so now we are good to go.